Teddy spent his mornings among the bees. To him, they were the last honest workers left on Earth. He talked to them about pollen, justice, and the government's secret plan to enslave humanity through processed sugar. His cousin Don, quiet and fascinated, listened as Teddy whispered about hidden patterns, the way all things were controlled, from market prices to the weather. But Teddy wasn't hopeless. He believed he'd found the truth. Something larger was organizing everything. And now, it was up to them to fix the world. Their mission began with pull-ups, push-ups, and mental cleansing. Teddy enforced a new rule: no gaming, no smoking, no screens unless for research. They even took a chemical vow of purity, a homemade injection Teddy swore would free them from biological distractions. Don hesitated until Teddy lifted his chin and promised, "We'll be free, brother." Across the city, Michelle, head of Oxalith Pharmaceuticals, smiled into a camera, preaching diversity and compassion. Off-camera, she barked orders and terrified interns. Her company's miracle drugs had already hurt dozens, but nobody dared question her. She lived like a machine in a mansion of mirrors. That night, Teddy and Don waited behind her driveway. When Michelle stepped from her car, Teddy struck. She fought like a soldier, but not fast enough to dodge Teddy's needle. Minutes later, she was bound in her own vehicle, driven to a dim basement that smelled of beeswax and bleach. Teddy shaved her head, convinced human hair contained GPS fibers. He studied her features, the narrow feet, alien cuticles, as Don trembled beside him. "She's one of them," Teddy whispered. "An Andromedan." When Michelle woke, she found herself tied to a mattress, two men in suits greeting her politely as, "Your Majesty." Teddy explained she'd violated the Geneva Conventions and must confess to her crimes before the lunar eclipse. She laughed, then realized he wasn't joking. Over days, Teddy interrogated her. Michelle tried reason, begged, argued, until it ended in screams and the smell of burning wires. Don could barely watch. When the lights finally died, Teddy kissed her bruised forehead and whispered, "Royalty endures pain with grace." Guilt cracked Don's shell. He saw Michelle crying on camera feeds and began doubting everything. Teddy told him doubt was infection, that aliens fed on sympathy. But when Michelle whispered to Don that he was innocent, that he could still be saved, his faith collapsed. The gun in his shaking hands did the rest. Teddy arrived seconds later. He blamed Michelle, beat her, and fled with a cure she'd promised for his comatose mother. It wasn't medicine, it was antifreeze. His mother convulsed and went still. The world shattered. When he returned, Michelle had escaped and found his trophies, jars of flesh, notes about alien autopsies. She understood then. Teddy had been killing people for years. He cornered her, gun trembling. So she told him the truth, or a version of it. Humans, she said, were an alien experiment gone wrong. And the time for judgment had come. Teddy believed her. He followed her back to the Oxalith Tower for transport. She locked him in a supply closet, the supposed teleporter. The blast tore the building apart, but as the smoke settled, Michelle, no, the Andromedan Empress, rose from the wreck. She activated a small silver device far above Earth. A colossal ship shimmered awake, and with a twist of her hand, all human minds went silent. Outside, in a quiet garden, Teddy's bees took flight, free at last.